Hello everyone, my name is YutoIsoya and welcome back to Mewgenics. It has been a couple of days since I last recorded Mewgenics. It does take a little while for me to record these since they are longer recording sessions per episode here. But we did, looks like from what I remember is we did get our expansion up here as well as we did get through the sewers. With having the expansion up here in mind, we can also start kind of separating our good ones out here in order to have better chances of getting kittens that have good stats and skills. So let's go ahead and just real quick take a look. I believe Leonard was our kind of our main fighter here. So let's go ahead and get him separated out here. At some point we want to start getting furniture up in here to kind of have better the chances of getting stuff. So give me one sec here to take a look. I believe if we can, we don't know what Jeeps is, and Leonard is, let's see, Leonard could also be another good candidate to have up there as well. So let's get Leonard and Jeeps together if possible. We have Clatimo here. Broodmunder's okay. Yeah, we did like Jelly here. They did have some good ability, so we'll go ahead and get Jelly up here as well. And then let's see about having one other person. Esquire was alright. We wouldn't mind having some crossbreeding kind of going on or when it comes to class-wise related skills. So let's double check here after your class. Alright, so we can go ahead and let's say, excuse me. Yeah, based on stats, I also want to keep that in mind when breeding. So let's say, let's get both of our hunters up there and just kind of leave it as is for right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have on the map here. I believe we have Butch was wanting to have us do something for him. So let's go take a look here. Well, it looks like you've got another caller. Oh, cool. The Thief, a personal favorite of mine. Someone bothering you? Thief can stab him in the back. Need some extra cash? Well, you know the Thief's got sticky fingers. And don't get me started on how quick they are. Just hope the girls don't find out. Ha ha ha. And look at that. Alright, so we got the Thief class. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of our kittens here. Is there a good candidate to give to Tink here, for example? So we have Burst. Not the best in intelligence and constitution. Boost. Well, this one's a potential good candidate. I mean, Burst was great for our previous battles, so we actually might want to keep both of these despite the penalties that we have on them. But if I were to choose, let's go ahead and get rid of George here. George, although has some decent stats, it's the the health and the low speed is not my favorite. So let's give him a Tink and get that his quest line kind of going, or at least not quest line, but like just getting his route of rewards going. Oh, happy day! My little heart is so full. Thank you. You have no idea how much this little guy means to us. About your payment. I'm a bit of a loss here. Here, take this little bow, I guess. It may seem useless now, but in the right light, the color's just to die for. Seriously, this bow could make a god cry. Don't you dare throw it away. You can leave now. Oh, but don't forget to keep sending me kittens. Toodles. And, alright, yes, we do have a bit of a full inventory here. Just trying to remember, I've been playing my other, just personal kind of playthrough, and just trying to remember, like, who has what, for example, so. Alright, so let's see, do we want to have a spawning charm fly? In all honesty, I don't think the bow really does anything, but, from my previous experience of playing this game, I don't remember what the bow does, so. When you spend getting all that mana, okay. Quartz, these are kind of broken. No, we'll keep what we have here for now. Alright, so we'll go ahead and back out. Let's see. So I think the next reward would be in 10 for him. Frank is going to be a long time before we get to him because we want retired cats. And we tend to want to keep our retired cats for breeding purposes or for defending for later on. When that scenario happens, we'll go into that. So go ahead and go back out here. Butch just wants people to go to the sewers or junkyard, so ideally we'll just have to keep an eye on which ones we can do. So with that in mind, we don't have enough cats, so let's go ahead and just end the day here. And yeah, okay, so we're starting to get some breeding here. Okay. Before we continue, looks like we have a new cat here. Okay. His name is Jimmy. But let's see, do we have... Looks like we don't have any furniture, or that we would have a new icon here. So let's see what else is going on. So it looks like we got Tracy here. Let's go see what Tracy wants. Yeah, I see you. I'm Tracy, but I honestly don't feel work can fully represent who I am as a person, so don't bother using it. Excuse me. So you must think you're some type of pet lover. I mean, I do love furry babies. I assume you don't identify as a pet lover by how you carry yourself. Well, yeah, I thought so. Pet lover. God, that term is so specious. Even hearing the word pet, it just makes my skin crawl. But I said furry babies. I prefer the term animal companion. Oh, that's a good one too. But personally, I go a step beyond loving animals. In fact, I believe all animals should have the same rights as us. I mean, I can agree with that, if not more. Even the term pet showcases that bigoted species agenda that the sick world subscribes to us. Amen. If I had my way, using that word would be punishable by death. Okay, that's a little too far. God damn it. Hello! Welcome to P-Mart, where our love for your pets is never ending. Ugh. Our cat donation center stays open 24/7. Every donation of cat age or 5 hour will go directly to the expansion of this location. P-Mart thanks you for your patronage, and have a blessed day. The joys of working retail. I've been there and I know what that feels like. Okay, so yeah, for later on, she'll have basically be having a food box that can expand our food storage here, which will be nice. From my experience with the current amount of cats we have, I think expanding it only once is the best way to do that until we can get further. Until we get further a lot more cats, should I say? Oh no, Frank is scared. Caves are a dark, spooky thing. Frank was a dead guy in that place once. But don't worry, we got so smart and builded a new Frank out of the old one. Oh, good as new, right? Look at how we can make this one dance. You can do it, Frank. I believe in you. Cough, cough. Frank can't dance like old Frank can. Aw, but look again. That is a beautiful dance, Frank. Look at him sway. And sway. And sway. Huff, huff. Cough, cough. Frank needs a nap. I can really unnaps. Alright. Let's go back here and we'll go ahead and see how Ding is. This Ding has a spit attack, has a speed, and again, not my favorite debuffs on the stats, so I might actually go ahead and just send this one to Tink. So let's go ahead and do that. And we will pass the day again, because I think we only have 3. We need 1 more in order to get a caravan going, or not caravan, but an expedition going. Let's go ahead and end the day one more time. Alright, so we got a new... Ooh, got 2 kittens. Alright. Alright, so our 2 fighters got together, so that means that, we do know that at least one's, Jeeves is a female. Or at least is interested in that. Yeah, so unfortunately, no same sex here. Uh-oh. Please don't kill. And someone... Okay. So, unfortunately, we did lose one of our hunters, which is unfortunate. And right now, we don't have the vendor that takes dead cats, so... Fortunately, we'll just have to... Oops, before we go, what exactly did we lose? Oops, excuse me, Gladmo. Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't Jelly, which I believe was our better ranger, but I'm sorry, hunter. But it's still unfortunate that happened. So go ahead and say trash, and then we'll take a look at Fugi. I mean, could be a good candidate for being a tank. So go ahead and get him in, and let's take a look at these kittens here. Alright, so we do have a good candidate here for, having CPR, which I've never seen this ability before in my entire playthrough so far on my other campaign. And then we have Desecrate, Destroy Bodies. So, okay. So, some decent stats actually for specific class-specific stuff. So we'll go ahead and keep these 2 kittens. And then let's take a look at Leela here. Leela. And wow, yeah, as you can see, some very good stats here already. And a decent ability for just defending stuff. So yeah, we'll keep Leela here. We're starting to get a little crowded here. I would ideally like to get some furniture soon, if possible. Actually, why is not the food box showing up yet? I'm not 100% sure why that's not the case, so... It's possible I do need to give her a cat, so let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, so it looks like we just need to give her 1 cat. And then the next day she will stock the food box, so... And the question is, do we have any retired cats is the question. So let's go take a look here. We do have some. Let's see here. Unfortunately, none that we want to really give up for the moment. So, Amelia here. Amelia here we could give up. But I'd rather just wait for one of the cats we don't care for get to age 5 and we can just give them up there. So, I think we are good to start setting off here, so let's go ahead and see if we can get an expedition going. Yeah, we'll say we'll go to the box here. We'll send you to the box. Let's see, we can send you to the box. We want to send you. Let's just double check what we have here. Yeah, everyone else is a kitten. We could wait 1 more day to see if we get a better cat, but let's just double check what we have here. Borrow mana, itch, burst, and play dead. Not the greatest of abilities, but I think this will be good to start off for now. So let's go ahead and just depart just to get things going here. Alright, so based on what we have here, we just picked up the Thief, which has some, as you can see here, has a good movement and luck, but has a penalty to strength and charisma, or I'm sorry, strength to and fortitude. I'm sorry, constitution. So yeah, so let's take a look here. So he is actually a pretty good candidate to be a fighter. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that since everyone else doesn't have the best. Go ahead and get the fighter on him. Let's see, we have a good candidate for a mage. Let's go ahead and maybe do that, or do we want to go with someone else here? Not the best strength. Could go with that. I mean, he would be very low health is the problem. Let's take a look at our other units here. So this guy should be our pretty good tank, so go ahead and get that going. We have charisma and that. And let's go ahead and make him our thief. We'll drop him to 3 health, unfortunately. Which is not my favorite thing, but everyone else kind of has low. But yeah, I believe this would be a good mage, so let's go ahead and do that and get that going. And then lastly, do we want a hunter? We do have a good burst ability. We get something that gives us more charisma. So let's actually go ahead and just say, let's get a cleric going. And we will hold off on having a hunter since we do have a few back at home. Alright, so let's go with this for now. Jin here, unfortunately, is not going to really get good use. We could do 1 burst right off the bat, but then, it's going to be a little tough to get some more intelligence. So if I were to not choose that, who would I replace is the question. So we would have no healer, which is... I prefer not to have that situation happening, but... yeah, unfortunately, just not very good at recovering intelligence here. So we'll go ahead and just have a healer and we'll just lock in here. So this is our group here, and we'll take a look on our next screen what we have. Alright, so Fugi here got Spin, which is an AoE attack, and then Underdog for each edition. Okay, so it kind of like complements each other, just ideally wanting to get surrounded and attacking. We have Jimmy here who can absorb, heal that much HP. Okay, so you can recover if needed. And Paw Missile, your base attack is a magic missile. That's actually kind of nice. You can just sit back and just kind of fire from a distance from anywhere. Jen here, heal all units in the area. Okay, so AoE heal. And then when you heal another unit over their max HP, you both gain 1 armor. That's actually kind of nice as well. Let's see, we'll take a look at Coupon here, Belly Flop, so they can jump in and mobilize anything that you land on. That's nice. And Protective, your allies have Brace 1. Okay, that's a nice passive. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have here. I think for our candidates of getting potentially good abilities, I would say let's focus on Jimmy here this time. Yeah, good mana recovery and charisma to start off, so if we can get them a good ability early on, I think that would be great. And before I go into this, if in the comments, if you guys want me to just kind of skip this part and just say, hey, you know, here's what I come across, just let me know. So yeah, but in that case, let me just keep going here for this one, and I'll consider that on the next recording. So let's see. So your abilities have 100% accuracy and 50% crit. Do we want to set that up on anyone? That isn't in a straight line for you. We don't really have the best setup for horse blinders in this time around. But let's see here. Go ahead and get brace on you. Start with the charm picky. 10 or less health. So it's possible that we will get people with 10 less health here. It'll only really be Jimmy though, so. Your base attacks spawn bramble. We could get people to basically stay within the area of our tank, so go ahead and do that. Oh, actually no. Honestly, I think we'll hold off on that. We'll give our tank here. In fact, yeah, let me just go ahead and pause this, because I already can tell that this is going to take a little time because I'm a little indecisive, but let me just pause real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. So hold on one sec. Hello everyone and welcome back. I went ahead and equipped all the basically equipment that I thought would be good for our current set of groups here. As you can see, I'll just quickly hover over here so you guys can see what we did. And yeah, I'll go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to lock in and let's get going. Alright, so we got the strong Crusaders embark on an adventure. Alright, so we got the alley here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get going here. Let's see what we got in our alleyway. Alright, so we got these enemies here. Alright, let's go ahead and get going. Before I start though, I did mention that I do want to have the game setting to be a little bit faster. But I do realize that it's also very hard to see what's going on based on what I was seeing in the playback. So I'm going to kind of cut the balance here between the default of 2 and 4 and just say 3 and see how that looks on while we play. So get going here. Alright, so we have Fugi here. Steal up to 5 mana from ally and then spin an underdog. Okay, so we do want to have like a lot of people around us, which is nice. Do we want to go ahead? Yeah, let's just go ahead and just kind of move up here and then end our turn. Could smack someone, but I'd rather keep the +2 brace. So, go ahead. Owie. Okay, so yeah, this does seem a little bit better to just when it comes to readability, so we'll keep it like that. Okay, spawn turns a friendly free. Okay, go ahead and say, let's keep you there so you don't move around, and we'll end our turn. Alright, let's go ahead and get Coupon in here. Fortunately, we don't have the best movement right now, we don't have the mana for it, so we'll go ahead and just move forward. I will, however, use our push attack to move forward and get closer there. Let's say end turn. We do have our burst ability, which is lovely. And we do have the mana for it. We'll go ahead and say... yeah, it'll pretty much kill anyone. So we'll just say, go ahead and just do that. And then we'll move up to this way and end our turn. Alright. Go ahead and say... yeah, let's go ahead and just move up to here. So, now this is hit. Unfortunately, it's not like a 9x9 AoE, but that's okay. Go ahead and say attack you. And right, we do have. I forgot that we do have the reload with our boxing glove here. But unfortunately, we're going to be out of range. Let's just go ahead and do that and end our turn. All right, there's someone here. You. Can we do something about that? We'll say itch. Come on. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and do this, and we'll say end our turn. We got our tank here, which we can flop. And then boop. There we go. Go ahead and do that, and end our turn. We do want to start moving up, and unfortunately, let's actually go ahead and just take care of you here before you do more damage. Like so. And we'll end our turn. We could heal. Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize this was an AoE heal like that, so okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you healed up and go from there. Well, they move forward. Oh, you still have 1 health here. When your turn is unfortunately next, so let's go ahead and take care of you. Like so. And end our turn. Go ahead and get you taken care of. And move up. And our turn. We can do this. We can belly flop to get a little bit closer here. And then boom. Alright. First battle is a success. And we picked up a few items here. Okay, so Jen leveled up. Jen's level 2. Revive it by 1 HP. You move, allies move for you, near you. Force a unit to attack one of its allies, or zap. Not the greatest hit. I guess if we want to be more supportive, we can do Awaken, and we'll just go from there. Alright, so what did we get here? We got the Fortune Necklace, having more money coming in. I'd rather have the pickups. Actually, no. Having access to money might be nice, but I really don't have the extra slots right now. You can move an extra turn each turn. Okay, so for now we'll just keep this as is, and we'll move forward here. Alright, so Coupon finds a small pile of stones scattered on the ground. Do we want to eat, loot, or examine? Well, we do have good constitution, so we'll say eat, and see what happens. Hey, healed 1 health. Huh, better than nothing, I suppose. Let's go ahead and go to the next battle here. Alrighty, so we could move up to here, but we don't unfortunately have the range for that. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and go up to here and say attack. Boom. And it would be nice to have another movement ability with him so we can focus on getting the attacks up, but that's unfortunately we can't do that. So, and that won't hit anyone there, so we'll go ahead and just say end our turn. Alright, we'll go ahead and say magic missile. And we will let's get the bad guys out of here, or at least started on, and we'll end our turn. Alright, so you have burst here. Let's go ahead and just say get you going, and we'll move up to here and then end our turn. Okay, go ahead and move up to, we'll say, oops, right here. And we'll take care of you, and we can smack you so you can take some damage. Oh, I didn't see the bird here. Yeah, so, and we'll say end their turn. Alright, so we could spin attack here, take care of you, and then we'll move up and smack, and then we'll move up and smack 1 more time to clear the body, and then shield you, and we'll end our turn. Got a little buddy here, and we'll magic missile. I don't think I want to take care of the pigeon. I'd rather just do it in 2 turns, and we'll go from there. Alrighty. Oops, excuse me. Bump to the table here. Alright, so we got Fugi. We do have a tumble, which is move diagonally. I was saying we do have a move ability, would be lovely. Or we could do sleeper hold, nip, or metabolize. So gain +1 health. It'll just be max HP, it won't actually recover the health as well. I did mention that we wanted to have ability to move diagonally. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the best intelligence to recover mana. So, but I will go ahead and get this just because we do need some mobility with this guy, so. Okay, let's see what we got as a reward here. We got a bomb. Okay, there was a bomb that can explode, but it only has 1 use left. So we'll save that for the boss coming up, if it's something that we can use. Oh no, we got food poisoning. I believe it's just, yeah, -1 poison, or poison for the next battle, which is going to be our little mini boss here. So let's see what we got. We got Lucy. Yeah, Lucy is a little bit of a tough early game mini boss, but we'll have to just deal with it. So, do we want to tumble? Could tumble. In fact, let's go ahead and do tumble. Like so. And yeah, now we can get into range here. And we'll say melee attack. Another melee attack. And let's go ahead and also stun as well. So, and say we'll end our turn. Alright, let's go ahead and just magic missile. Like so. Just try to nuke him down here. And then we'll also burst. And let's move up a little bit, try to get in range, and end our turn. Coupon here, unfortunately, not going to be able to do much, but let's go ahead and say push attack to get some money, and we'll end our turn. Alright, so do you have an AoE attack going on right now? Let's go ahead and move up to here. And we'll say spin attack. We'll do melee attack. And we'll end our turn. Go ahead and do a magic missile. End our turn. Yeah, unfortunately, he did get frozen, but... Oh, and he unfroze us. Alright, let's go ahead and move up to here. Is there anything else I want to pick up before we go? Yeah, he didn't do too much damage to us, nicely, but... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was the fighter, so... Just magic missile, and end our turn. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we're not taking too much damage this time around, which is lovely. Let's go ahead and go here and say belly flop, and then we'll smack him. We'll belly flop again, and we'll do a smack, and end our turn. Yeah, unfortunately, we lost a bit of our turn because we had to, we were frozen, but that's okay. I will go ahead and try to heal a little bit here. Can we get in a spot where we can all heal? I would probably rather have him be healed, but he will be healed at the end of the battle. Go ahead and do that. Actually, we can do both, which is lovely. Alright, end our turn. Unfortunately, we did get to round 5, but that should be alright. At least we all survived. Alright, and we did get some pills here, which is fine. Alright, what did we get here? Heal 15 but gain -B for supper. Barbed wire, give a unit +5 thorns till your next turn. Can't target yourself. Throw a rock with a 10% chance to stun. Or barf ball. Range attack that deals damage equal to half of your constitution rounded up. Huh. Okay, that'd be good for him because he has high constitution. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Barf ball. I haven't seen that one before. Hey. You have a choice of which path you can take. You can keep going right to take the easy way out like you did last time, but I heard there's some cool stuff if you go south here. Better items, harder fights, more rewards. The path of the strong. Your choice. Yeah, always go hard. Unless our group kind of sucks. Alright, so let's go ahead and get going up to here. Let's say... Do we want to use diagonal movement? Yeah, we can. Diagonal... say diagonal to here. We'll move up to here, and we'll say melee attack you, and you, and we'll end our turn. Alright, so we could magic missile someone here. Let's go ahead and get back row going here, and we'll end our turn. Yow! Alright, does anyone need heals right now? Doesn't look like it. Well, maybe our fighter here could use a little bit of heals. But let's go ahead and just say, let's burst down someone. Let's get him going out here, and we'll end our turn. Oh, he is being bullied. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward to here. I know I'm kind of lining things up here, but I'm not too worried. And we'll end our turn. Round 2. Alright, at least these guys are moving up into range, so it'll be a little bit quicker. Go ahead and move to here. Unfortunately, we don't have a spin attack going, but we can take care of you. And stun you. And we could borrow some mana from someone. Get it from him. And we'll spin. And there we go. Let's end our turn. Go ahead and just magic missile you. And end our turn as well. Does anyone else need heals? Excuse me. We could heal you. Like so. Go behind him and say boop. And that's our turn. Alright, 2 rounds, got 10 luck there. And the rubber band. I don't think I've gotten a rubber band. Let's see here. So we have Firebolt. Casts a fire electric spell that inflicts burn 1 and has a 15% chance to inflict stun in an X-shaped area. That's kind of nice. And he has the mana to do it. Or we can do Switch, Teleport diagonally, which is also nice for movement. Or give 2 mana to unit. We could risk rerolling. Firebolt only really does 4 damage, so let's go ahead and risk it. We have Energy Blast, Lightning Bolt, Cryo Heal, and Forbidden Flame. Let's see here. Lightning Bolt that has a 25% chance to stun. Alright, a high damage spell that hits a single target. Let's go with Energy Blast, since he has the starting mana to really use that, so... Alright. Got the rubber band here. +1 reach. It's actually kind of nice. We'll go ahead and give that to our fighter so he can hit people from further away. Now let's go and get our reward here. Alright, Witch's Cape. Another item I actually haven't seen before. +1 magic damage. Okay. Do we want to give up... Yeah, being able to do 1 more damage is nice. But missing out on rerolls is kind of tough to do. So for now, I'm going to keep it as is, and we'll consider that for before a boss fight. So, alright, let's go ahead and get going here. Something bouncing down, sound of their rivets. So, okay, so a weather event is frogs. Not sure what the frogs do. Now let's take a look at them once we have a chance here. Frogs, so yeah, they're just extra combatants on the field that don't do anything really, so okay. Let's see here. We do have some higher level cats here. I believe this guy will run away. Yeah, when damaged, so go ahead and say diagonal to here. We'll move up to here. We'll attack and take care of you, and then we'll end our turn here with him. Do we want to use the shield? He is out of range, and we could stun this guy so he doesn't run. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end our turn here and continue. Alright, so they are lining up here, which is kind of nice. So burst, it looks like it's a shorter range kind of ability, so we'll have to move up a little bit here. We could take care of you. This is a 3 tile range, so yeah, go here. Say boop. And we will go and say boop. Alright, go ahead and end our turn. Alright, so we don't have the ability to do that, but we could say, hey, we can do a little slugger, like so. We'll go ahead and move forward to here, and we'll say end our turn. Alright, so let's see here. We got 5, 5, and 10. Let's go ahead and burst you down here. Like so. And do we need to heal anyone? Not too particularly. But we'll just say heal, like so, and end our turn. Alright, so yeah, the importance of having basically being able to move like so is just to be able to get into range of things. There we go. Alright, we don't have... Well, we could take care of the frog. The poor frog. Yeah, since we don't really have the ability to get in close, we'll just go ahead and end our turn here. Alright. Excuse me. So yeah, having good regen here is lovely. We could try to take care of you. Hey, let's go ahead and move up to here. We'll energy blast you. And then we'll do a magic missile on you. And that should be it for this battle. Alrighty. So let's see, Coupon leveled up to 3. More knockback damage, which we could do for that. Our main attack. You block, basically block attacks from the front. Metal detector. Or protection. Well, just starting off with 1 holy shield is actually kind of nice. It would be kind of themed with being protective. Heavy-handed. Barf ball. That's right. You don't have the really good mana gen here. Okay, so I've decided that let's go ahead and say him just being able to do more knockback damage I think would be nice, or hard-headed. And let's have him be our tank here, so we'll say hard-headed. Detective would have been nice, but it's only temporary. So... Alright, a large coffin stands ominously in the room ahead, leaning against the wall. Could bash it, examine it, or ignore. Let's risk bashing it. 50-50, I guess. We got conjoined eye, Jin got human face, and Jin got jawbone. Okay. Let's see what those gave us here. Alright, so we got human eye, more dodge chance. Human face. Your base attack has a 25% chance to inflict fear at the start of each battle. Okay. And jawbone. When it breaks, gain +1 for the rest of the battle. Okay. So some temporary buffs. Again, we'll keep this, I think, keep the jawbone for before a boss battle. Base attack has a chance to fear. Get more health but less charisma. Well, we could put it on coupon. But that means we won't, we'll one step away. 2 steps, it'll be 2 steps further away from being able to use an ability right off the bat, so... yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Hawaii. Okay. Alright. We'll go ahead and give him a dodge chance as well, so why not? And yeah, we'll go ahead and keep the jawbone, and we'll go from there. Like so. We'll go ahead and visit the shop here. Anything of interest? Paper mask. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Alright, Jen leveled up. Those shall obey. Look, charm on a random adjacent enemy. He hasn't really been in range that much, but damage from an ability, it drops at random pickup. Okay, unscarred. Or unscarred. Well, at full HP you have a 100% crit chance. Well, they will be at... well, actually, being able to crit with a burst, I think would be kind of nice, actually. Yeah, let's go with unscarred here. Alright, so yeah, we'll have some offensive abilities. Do we want to go ahead and equip some stuff for the boss fight? Let's see. For the rest of the battle, I think more reach is nice. We could equip this on our tank, but I think I like what we have. So yeah, we'll go from there. Charmed Pinky. The Pinky really isn't doing much, so we'll give it to our... do that. Do we want more magic damage? No, let's do a bomb, though. Okay, go ahead and end our turn. Or not, sorry, end our turn. Let's continue and keep going. Alright, it's versus the Radical Rat again. Okay. There are other bosses, so we just keep getting the Radical Rat, which is fine, so... Alright, I say let's just go ahead. We're not going to be able to get into range at all. But do we want to save our mana? Let's kind of just save up our mana pool here. So go in like that. We could hit him with the shield, which is fine, and we'll end our turn. Alright. I do actually want to start moving up and do an energy blast, but I think he will move forward eventually, so we'll go ahead and just say magic missile. And do we want to use our mana? No, let's save our mana. And end our turn. Alright. So does this work like I think it does with our 100% crit here? Let's find out. It does not. Okay. We are at full HP, so yeah, unfortunately it looks like it just doesn't work for that way. Which is fine. We'll go ahead and move that to someone else after this combat. Let's boop. Yeah, like I said, it did work on the melee, but he's not going to be in melee as much, so... Alright. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get to the bomb in time, which kind of sucks, but, yeah, we'll just have to deal with that bomb. So, unfortunate turn order here. Alright, let's go ahead and move up to here. Fortunately, he is in the grass here, so we might have a chance of missing. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you got good positioning, so... do we want to take 5 mana from someone? We'll take it from you. Spin again. And end our turn. Yeah, unfortunate that we got hit into here. But we couldn't really do much. We could heal, which I might just do, but we'll go ahead and take care of the bomb here. We'll say... do we want to get into range of him and attack? We'd rather get out of the fire if possible, so... And we'll heal. And end our turn. Okay. We are all healed up now, for mostly. Our tank should be fine. We'll go ahead and see if we can get into range. We do have the health to tank it. Does he get hurt by bombs? Let's find out. Hey, eat your own medicine here. Alright. Unfortunately, we're gonna walk through fire, but we gotta take a little bit of risk here. Prayer. Yeah, we could reach with prayer, actually, and end our turn. Man, unfortunately, I just cannot get into range of him. Ooh, cat feeder just went off. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Go ahead and go to here, just say that, and then we'll belly flop closer into range and end our turn. Alright, he will guarantee die in a few turns here. Just slightly out of range here. Will Tumble help is the question. Unfortunately, I don't think Tumble's going to really help. Well, actually, it will help. Will it? Diagonal movement. Yeah, so if we move to here, we tumble into range and attack. And there we go. Victory. 3 rounds. Not bad. And we got a good hat as well. So, okay. Use a passive ability. We got Weapon Master. Not my favorite, but it is pretty good. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the other one, which does triple damage, but then it breaks. Gain all stats up 2 and heal 8. Can use consumables on other units or fears. Gain plus 1 time you land a critical hit. Plus 5 critical hit chance. Well, if we do spin, we have a chance of getting more crit chances. We would attack from behind, which would be kind of nice. Gain plus 1 damage each time you land a critical hit. Could have paired that with like the horse blinders, but that's fine. Weapon and item abilities do plus 2 damage and get a 25% critical chance. That would have been nice to have with that and that, but we did not get that. So let's go ahead and say, what's 5? We have 5 luck. We'll go ahead and do Furious. Let's try something different here. So, all right. Let's go ahead and say go to, looks like we just unlocked the junkyard, but let's go ahead and go to the caves here, but first start with the sewers. Alrighty. Oop. Alright, so let's take a look at what we got here. Let's go ahead and put it on our fighter so he has a chance of surviving a little bit better. And go ahead and go here. Alright, we starting off the battle here. So your attack, yeah, you do have a 2 range on your attacks now, which is nice. Do we want to diagonal roll here? Yeah, why not? Oh, right, if I do diagonal roll, I will get hit by him. Does this immobilize? Plus 2 movement, push things on top of it at the end of the turn. Plus 2, okay. But I think that'll be fine. Push us so forward, so then we can come up to here and attack, like so. Alright, so that's why we gave him the armor for the start. And they could get into range, so we'll keep the brace on for now and end our turn. So blast. We could get in range to blast this guy. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. It's a 3 attack, so go to here, blast, and then do that, and we'll end our, actually we can just heal and end our turn. Alright, we got our tank here. We don't have the ability to flop, unfortunately, so we'll go ahead and just get into range here and end our turn. In fact, we'll push up a little bit and end our turn. We got our cat here. He can burst down someone. Let's see. Alright, I forgot to unequip the crit. Could give it to our fighter. In fact, that will be a good combo. So I'll go ahead and do that once. I'll try to remember to do that. So go ahead and burst like so. And we'll go ahead and move up to here. Right. I did not remember that there. So go ahead and face this way and end our turn. Bottoms up. Alright, so what do we have left here? Hold on. Sorry, I am dealing with the cat's interference here again, so. Okay, so let's go ahead and say, let's move up to here. Get the coins. We'll do a spin attack. Like so. And we'll say, we'll go ahead and hit you with that. And we'll say end our turn. Yeah. We could do another burst attack, but we don't have anything in range. But we can go ahead and try to get into range here. Oh, excuse me. And we'll end our turn. Go ahead. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm gonna pause real quick. So give me 1 sec. Alright, sorry about that. I had a little bit of a coughing fit there. Let's go ahead and get the battle going again. Go ahead and say a little slugger into the wall, just to do a little bit of damage, and we'll end our turn. Alright, so let's go ahead and move forward here. Fortunately, we're not going to be able to get too much further, but we'll go ahead and say heal. Like so, and we actually gave him a shield because of his ability here. And we'll end our turn. Okay, so it did actually pull us out of there, which is lovely. Let's go ahead and do a little diagonal roll here. And do we have range? Let's try to get behind them, if possible. So we can crit. And there we go. Alright, I do remember, and I'm going to try to take a look at what I can put on him. But first, let's see. Emit 2 sparkles for each turn you've taken. Okay. So just auto damage, like so. Targeted spells gain +5 range. Don't really have any AoE spells right now. When you cast a spell, all allocators gain that spell on their bonus slot. Okay, so we could... Yeah, I do like Learn From Me. It is a pretty good ability, especially if you can have a chance to roll some good stuff. So, yeah. Go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Jin here. So, Jin... Oh, right. Hold on. Oh, wait. Did we lose our... Hold on. Did we lose our gear? We must have lost the gear. Maybe for being in water because it was brittle? Or fragile? I did not pay attention to that. Oh well. It happens, so... Okay, we're just gonna move on here. I'll have to look back at the video and see about that, so... Alright, let's go ahead and continue here. Alright, giant sleeping shark blocks the way forward in front of Coupon. Ooh, yeah, these are not good. Runaway, kiss... Oh boy, I am not familiar with this ability, but these guys hurt a lot. But we'll try... You know what, let's go for the kiss with the human face. Why not? Yeah. So he has Flee, I believe it would be the debuff. Yeah. Fear 3, so... That's unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with that. Start. Alright. So... Go ahead and move here. Do we want to use diagonal? Or tumble, I should say. Could tumble forward. In fact, let's go ahead and just do that. And anyone that we can get into range of, yeah. Go to here. Smack. Smack. Get knocked back. And then we could Avenger Shield. Yeah, why not? And end our turn. Yeah. Alright. So let's go ahead and move forward a bit. Excuse me. Fortunately, we're not going to be able to use Energy Blast so that it can be used, so... Yeah, let's just go ahead and just do a basic attack. Let's go ahead and see if we can start doing damage on the back line there. We could just Energy Blast just for the sake of Energy Blast. And we'll end our turn. Yeah, unfortunately we got Fear and we're not going to be able to do much with him, so... In fact, yeah, we can't even attack, so we'll just end turn. He's kind of, unfortunately, not usable right now, so we'll go ahead and burst down... let's go ahead and just burst down the boomer here, like so. We'll move forward. He is fine, and do that and end our turn. Round 2. Unfortunately, we can't use spin because we used tumble a few too many times. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and take care of our person here. Do we want to do it? We can't really do anything else. We'll go ahead. Oh, we could borrow mana. There we go. So we do have some mana now. Unfortunately, I did not tumble into a good spot here. But we'll go ahead and say we could Energy Blast. In fact, yeah, let's Energy Blast you. We get stats up, and we'll end our turn. Alright. We'll go ahead and say Magic Missile. You haven't gone yet, so we'll say Magic Missile you. And we'll end our turn. Yeah, that fear unfortunately just does not help at all. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just say move up here. We'll belly flop just to try to get into range of something and end our turn. Alright, so we have our cleric here. Oops. Go ahead and move into range. We'll loop you, take a little bit of damage, but we'll prayer it away. And end our turn. Round 3. Alright, so we could Energy Blast, and then I believe, yeah, we'll have a range to be able to do both. Go like that. We'll go like this. Oh, and something else is still alive. Lovely. Okay. We'll end our turn, and we'll have our cat take care of that here. Jimmy. Boop, and we are done with the battle. Alright, we're moving along here. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, so our first kind of level up here, with stats in mind. Let's see. Dex would increase our magic missile damage. We don't really care much about strength or stats. We could consider just giving him a little bit more health, so he's a little bit has a little bit of a buffer before going down. I kind of like the idea, so let's just go ahead and do that. Excuse me. Gain 20% dodge chance, -1 intelligence, and confusion 2. Not the best, but yeah, we'll just keep going from there. Okay. Go ahead and continue here. And we got the lead mask. Let's see what this does here. +6 shield, but at the cost of -1 speed. Could put that on our fighter, but I do like the reach, so we'll ignore that for now. I like him having the health so he can use his barf ball a little bit better. We could go put on Jim, but yeah, she already has low movement here, so we're gonna hold off on this one now and maybe save it for a boss battle. Alright, Jin got splinters. What does splinters do? Oh, it's a permanent, it's a cursed item. More strength, so better healing on that, but less health. Okay, not the greatest, but it'll have to do. Let's go to our little mini boss fight here. Versus the Flush Master. Alrighty, so I doubt I'll be able to get into range of the Flush Master here. Yeah, so we could start off by stunning Flush Master, which I think I will want to do just to oops, never mind. Go here. We could actually do get in range. I wasn't expecting that. Go ahead and bat at him. Get more damage, and we'll stun. Okay, well, I was not expecting to be able to get in range. In fact, do we want to borrow mana? Yeah, why not? And we'll end our turn. Alright, we'll go ahead and say Magic Missile. And end our turn. Alright, let's see if we can get you a little bit closer into range here. Like so, and end turn. And we have our burst ability here. We'll go ahead and say that. And move up. Let's kind of spread out a little bit so we can see if we, when he teleports somewhere else, we'll see if we can get him in a good spot here. Alright, so we were able to stun him, which is lovely. Go ahead and say melee attack and spin. Let's go ahead and borrow some more mana from our battery here. And there we go. We are wailing on him. Well, he is almost dead, actually. We'll try moving up a little bit. Say Magic Missile. And end our turn. Alright, that was a pretty easy fight here. Like so. Oh, right. And we'll do a little flop. Alright, yeah, we did that in 2 turns, which is not bad. Plus 9 on the luck. Alright. See, we leveled up here. Could we just go more health? I do want to give him some movement here, though, so he can get into range and start doing stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and give him some speed, or yeah, some movement here. Alright, so we picked up a new item here. It is gain 1 plus 1 thorns when you take damage. That's a good one to have. I'd rather have the damage on him, so yeah. Okay. And now that we do have some extra speed, you know what, we'll just keep it as is, so. See what our shop has here. Another leaden mask and the bucket of lard. Okay. Rare candy it up. Let's see here. More health, or well, let's just go more damage. Oh, we could go for more crit actually. I do like a little bit of a balance. So yeah, let's go for more crit here if possible. Alright, let's go the hard route here. And we got some land sharks. Yeah, likes to focus on bleeding units. Same thing with the baby shark and the leeches. Okay. So, can I get into range of anyone? I can. Go ahead and go to here. We'll move up to here. And say, boop. I do kind of want to smack him just so he doesn't... Oh, I don't... Unfortunately can't do that. Do I want to go here? I can, because I do have the melee attack to get into range now. Go ahead and shield him up so that he doesn't bother us. And we'll say end our turn. Oh wow, it took out his own unit. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move into range here. We'll say a push attack. And a little slugger for a little bit of damage. And end our turn. Yowza. Okay, so there like that. Let's go ahead and move forward. Just make sure I don't get attacked there. We'll say energy blast you. And we'll go ahead and magic missile just to finish you off. And end our turn. Alright, so we can burst someone down here. Keep the baby sharks there. Yeah, let's go ahead and say burst on you. And we'll go ahead and move up. Actually, let's intentionally... that won't unfortunately work. But we'll go ahead and start moving up here. Anyone need heals? Yeah, we can heal you. And we'll end our turn. Alright. Let's see here. Ideally, I want to start taking care of the back line here. We have these guys kind of taken care of, so... We'll go ahead and say go to here. We'll tumble forward to here. And smack you. We'll go ahead and start tumbling over this way. We'll steal some mana from you. And we'll keep on tumbling. And we will tumble again. Alright, and we're in our turn. And he got himself killed. Alright, let's go to here. You can barf ball, look at that. And there we go. Alright, that was a pretty easy fight. Alrighty, so movement I think will be kind of nice. Being able to do more damage on your melee attack is also kind of nice, but not necessary. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get his movement up so he can actually start getting into range of things. So we have 2 options here. Early game, I think I'm going to go with the furniture option here. Just so we can start getting our cats more comfortable and better at breeding. Excuse me. So there's the furniture box. I want to kind of keep it in there so it doesn't get destroyed. Broken cylinder, strange goose pool beneath the broken container. Let's try our luck. Could probably get a mutation. Yep, did get a mutation. So let's see what we got here. Boogie, you got +1 strength. Alright, that's a nice mutation. He has a paw for his tail. That's cute. Alright. Yeah, +1 strength is going to be nice for him. That is a lot of shit. Holy crap. Okay. What are your guys' deal? Move through tile. Range spawn dips is stationary. Okay. We're going to have to move up in assault here, so. How do we want to do this here, though? I won't be able to get into a spot where I can hit multiple of them, unfortunately. Go ahead and just say diagonal to here. We still can't really get into range, so unfortunately we'll just do that. Diagonal and then diagonal? Yeah, let's do that. Smack you, and then we'll borrow some mana from you. And you know what? Let's keep on rolling. No, we'll keep it as is, so. Owie. We'll just bat you away, and then we'll move up to here, and we'll smack you. And we'll end our turn. Alright, who do we want to burst down here? You are our toughest enemy here. Go ahead and just do that. We will move up. Anything close up here? We do not, so... Go ahead and help out our tank here a little bit. And we'll end our turn. Alright. Go ahead and say magic missile. Unfortunately, we don't have enough damage here. Do we want to weaken someone? Yeah, let's go ahead and say weaken you. And we'll start moving up here. And end our turn. Oh man, just so many ads here, unfortunately. We could whirlwind. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and smack you. And we will move up to here. Borrow some mana. And we'll spin again. Alright. So that area is kind of taken care of. And shield this to get rid of some ads here. Starting to take a little bit of damage. Do we want to barf ball? Yeah, let's go ahead and barf ball here. So we can start doing more damage. Go ahead and smack you, and we'll end our turn. Jeez. Alrighty, this is not the best situation here. But let's go ahead and say, do that. We'll move to here. And we'll pray to ourselves here. Hey, Poop got a shield. Alright, so go ahead and say... Let's move into range here so we can do some damage. And we'll do that to you so that we only have the little guy left. End turn. Oh, we have a second little guy here, apparently. Let's see. We'll go ahead and melee attack you. Get some more damage. Damage. Where's this guy? He's right here. Yeah, so let's go to here. We'll tumble to here. Get some more mana from our battery here. And then spin. There we go. Took a little bit longer than I wanted, but that's fine. Okay, so we got Healing Fall, which is a nice mobility and healing ability. Yeah, holy damage and inflict blind to everything except for a safe circle around you. This vaporizes units it kills. Oh, wow. Let's see. Do we have the mana gen for that? Not really. Heal everything for 2 HP or just gain 1 speed for Feather Feet. Which is an active ability. I kind of like Healing Fall. That gives us another healing option and movement at the same time, so we'll go with that. Alright, let's go on here. We will find... We'll use toilet. Who knows what might lurk with it? Well, let's just go ahead and use that toilet. Feels a lot better. He heals to full. Okay. Not necessarily, but that's fine. We can get more ranged attack for the end of turn. Are we really using the brambles? Not really. Although, it could be helpful for a boss fight. Don't really need to revive, because we have Awaken here. Does that affect... I don't think it counts as... This counts as a magical attack, so this is not going to do much. Although, our basic attack it will affect... Okay. Yeah, having more luck will actually be kind of nice. Oh, right, sorry. I'm a derp. So when you have full HP, Yeah, I was thinking it was a trinket. Okay, that was a silly mistake on my part. Anyways, I'm sure if people are commenting on that, I believe I've addressed it, so... if not, you can keep commenting on it. We might as well just give him that there. Can give him the shield now, so it has a little bit of protection. Let's see, Jimmy here. Actually, we could give this to Jimmy instead, since they're not going to be moving much anyways. And we also will give them... have they leveled up yet? Level 4 and level 5. They haven't really leveled... they might be next to level up, so I'm going to hold off on that. And yeah. We don't really care about the pickups for this one. And I really haven't been picking things up, so we'll go ahead and say magic damage for you. We'll give you a snack, just in case you need to heal. Right, let's see here. Yep, rat mask. Okay, I think we are good, so we'll go ahead and get going to this boss fight. And we have the Strong Crusaders versus Boris. Okay, so this might be a little tough, but we'll see what we can do here. Can we move behind you is the question. We can. Do we want to go ahead and stun him? Yeah, so he doesn't move. We'll say borrow mana from our battery here, spin, and we'll attack, and we'll attack again. It's a good opening barrage here. He's stunned, which is nice. We'll go ahead and say, let's move to here. We'll boop him like so. We'll smack him again, and we'll end our turn. Alright, no one really needs to be healed right now. We do have a burst attack. Go ahead and get that going here. We'll move to here, heal up a little bit, and then attack so we can crit. And end our turn. Owie. I'm glad I put the shield on Jimmy here. Let's see. Let's try to get out of range here. And we'll say magic missile. And we'll end our turn. Yeah, I don't think the brambles are going to do much to him, which is okay. Could spawn a flea, but let's not risk it here. Let's go ahead and tumble and see if we can get behind him, which we can. We'll go ahead and do a little smack here. We'll borrow some mana again from our battery. We'll do a spin attack. And we'll go ahead and face him here and end our turn. Alright. Gonna do a barf ball here. And we'll do a little smack just to move him back a little bit. We'll do another smack. And we'll end our turn. Alright. Anyone needs heals right now? Not too bad, actually. We can't do burst anymore, but we will just go ahead and heal and get a little bit of an overheal here. We will move up here. Oop, actually, I can't get into range, so we'll go ahead and just pick up the coin and end our turn. Did do a little bit of a leap here. Let's go ahead and do that. Did take a little bit of damage, but we'll go ahead and move away. And we'll do a little bit of a magic missile. And we'll just heal since it's just better than nothing here. Round 3. We can't get into range, but we can tumble. And that'll allow us to get closer here. Go ahead and melee attack. Do 17 damage, which is nice. Borrow mana again. Do a little spin attack. He's down to 4. And we'll end our turn. And he killed himself on the bramble. Look at that. Alright, we got the, I think it's the chip. AI chip. Not my, I mean, it has good stats, but it also makes it so I can't control my pawns or my cats, so I'm gonna say no on that. Let's see. Telefrag. Teleport onto a unit, dealing damage to yourself and to that unit. He doesn't have the best health for that, so we'll say no. Chaos Teleport is always fun. We can use that to get out of a bad situation. Give 2 mana or Surf. I kind of want to have a different ability if possible. I mean, Chaos Teleport is nice, but you can get into some odd situations with that, so... Reroll, and we got Firebolt, Magnify, Black Magic, and Toast. I say magnify because it gives us +1 range and area until end of turn, and we can share that with our learn from me with other cats. So I think that's a good ability to pick up. All right. If this is antenna. Oh, actually no, this is the antenna. Use that to contact or attack you get hit with the lightning bolt has a 10% chance to stun. Or attack you get hit with the lightning bolt and has a 10%. Okay, so that'd be pretty good for our tank here. Or get +1 thorns when you take damage, or being able to chance to stun someone. Get hit with use any contact. You know what? Let's try the antenna out. +1 thorns is great, but we'll keep that as is for now. So, all right, let's go on and head to the caves for the first time. Spooky. Alright, let's go ahead and continue here. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward here. So these are the tom-toms. Albinos. I don't think there's any... There are units that basically can disguise themselves as, like, objects in the scenery here. I don't think we'll need to worry about that for this fight, but let's go ahead and just move forward and see what we got here. We could go here, so then we can say attack you, like so. I'll go ahead and say stun you as well. Hey, we actually got some damage up here. We got a little mana battery going here, and we'll end our turn. You know, I could have gone into range, but that's fine. I'll go ahead and move to here, say a little push attack, and we'll end our turn. Alright, we do have healing fall, but I don't think anyone really needs the heals right now. We'll go ahead and say, let's burst you down. And we'll move forward and end our turn. Alright, okay, so starting to do mana battery now, we won't get magnify. So I'll have to keep that in mind moving forward. Let's go ahead and just take care of you. I know you were stunned, but just wanted to make sure you're taken care of. Oh, right. They'll attack anything in range, pretty much. Alright. Let's go ahead and move up to here. We're going to do our little spin attack. And take out both of them, apparently. Let's spin attack one more time. And then we'll say melee attack so we don't attack the corpse. And there we go. 2 turns. Alrighty. So we got level up for Coupon. A melee attack with lifesteal. Okay. Inflict fear on adjacent unit. Rock tomb damage and petrify unit within 3 tiles of you. Okay. Or chuck a rock at a unit inflicting stun on that unit. Castable once per turn. Well, let's see. We're most likely not going to be able to use rock tomb. Being able to stun someone's kind of nice. Or being able to lifesteal, I think would be good too. So let's go ahead and give him some survivability here and damage. Alright, this event. This looks familiar. Someone can feel the sudden urge to rub it with their paw. Yeah, let's go ahead and rub it. Will we get a good stat up? No, unfortunately not. We did get a debuff. I think that's... I'll have to take a look at that one. I don't remember what that debuff is. What is that debuff? Charisma down. Oh, okay. That's fine. We're not really using their mana anyway, so... let's see here. Where do we want to go, is the question. We do have the mana now to do stuff, but we'll just go here for right now. Get him taken care of. Do we want to... Yeah, you know what? Go to here. Go to here. We'll borrow mana from our cleric this time. Although that does mean that we can't use our... Nice. We can't use our burst ability, but that's okay. Go ahead and go to here. We'll say smack you, little slugger you, and end our turn. Bottoms up. Yeah, unfortunately I did just screw him over on our mana. So that's something we'll keep in mind for the future here, so... any money? We'll go ahead and just start moving forward and we'll end our turn there, so... You can help out with that. Okay. Alright, they can teleport. Let's go ahead and magnify here. And now we can start doing AoE damage. And we brambled. Alright, let's go ahead and end our turn. Miss. Alrighty. So we could just do like a little spin attack here. Could also magnify, which is interesting. But we don't have anything in range other than just doing that. He gets busted here, and you will as well. We're just gonna go ahead and say, yeah, well, we could, no, we can't really do anything, so we'll end our turn there. Alright, so I think the only thing we have left is this guy here, which we can barf ball, yeah. And we'll go up to here, do a little bit of knockback damage, and more knockback damage, end our turn. Alright, so we have our burst now, we can just go ahead and do that, and end our turn. And there we go. Victory in 2 rounds. Alright, so let's see, we have a Berserk ability, which we had before. Rage Punch. Each time you take damage. Oh, that's an interesting ability. Let's see. Just not the best abilities here. Our dash attacks could be good. We could do Berserk, but let's try Rage Punch this time. We will be getting, we want people to surround us and start taking a little bit of damage. I think that'll be fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our chest here. We got a pack of blades. I don't remember what this one does. When you're backstab, gain +1 serrated claws that inflict bleed. That's okay, but we have some other more important abilities in my opinion. We could just give you a hat since you don't have a hat. Like so. And we'll go from there. Whoop. I'm losing a battle against my cat here for... Can you just settle down, mister? Thank you. Okay, go ahead and go forward here. Don't flop on my keyboard. Looks like we got a fog. All attacks and abilities have a 10% chance to miss. Okay, not the greatest weather, but that's fine. And we got Big Slime. So this was kind of a long drawn out battle. He's basically going to split into multiple things. Not much we can do about that one, but we'll just have to deal with it. Let's tumble forward a little bit and go up to here. Do we want to borrow mana from someone? Well, we could borrow it from our tank here. And we'll say spin attack. Like so. And yeah, we did take care of him. We'll smack, and we'll keep him alive because we want to be able to take care of the ads as they come. Alright. Do we want to burst, or I would rather just move into range here? We'll use our ability to move into range. Go to here, and we'll say melee attack. And there we go. As you can see, he splits into 4, and we'll end our turn. Let's go ahead and magnify here. And we'll say... yeah, you'll take a little bit of damage. No, actually, let's just do that. That makes the most sense here. And we'll end our turn. Okay, so it's kind of like a pseudo thorn, so to speak. Rage Punch. Do we want to Rage Punch? Yeah, we could Rage Punch. Or we could move into here and do AoE damage. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's borrow mana from our tank here. We will... Ooh, interesting thought. But we're kind of surrounded, so we'll just say... Spin here. Are we still surrounded? Oh, we're hardcore surrounded. Alright. Let's go ahead and just smack you. And we'll use a shield on you. Alright. Go ahead and end our turn here. Alright, so we have a few units here. Let's see. Go ahead and just take care of the little guy here. And we'll end our turn like so. Okay. Take care of you. Do we want to prayer? Yeah, we can prayer here. And we'll end our turn. Alrighty, so what we have here is, let's go ahead and magnify again. We'll do that. We could go ahead and move up a little bit and burst. That will pop them though. Or do we want to magnify for our other teammates? Yeah, it should be fine. and we'll end our turn. Owie. Owie. Alright. A little bit of damage all around, but it's not too bad. Let's see. What we got here? We are surrounded, so let's go ahead and just do that. We could draw again from our... He has 5 mana. Yeah, take 5. So... we could move up here and do a little bit of damage. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Do we want to do multiple damage? Nah, that should be fine. We'll just Rage Punch. And we'll move up to... well, we'll go into the brambles a little bit. Do that. And we'll end our turn. Alright. We'll just smack you. And do a little slugger to you. And end our turn. Alright, let's see here. He has a bit of armor, so we'll do that. A good prayer just to get our health back up. Do we want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. Like so. And end our turn. Alrighty, so. Let's go ahead and magnify. Do a little bit of AoE here. And well, let's just end our turn. Alright, so we got a Rage Punch here. We'll just move up to here. I think that's the last enemy. I guess we'll find out. Yep, and there we go. Victory. Alright, let's see. Can move 2 tiles, Bagley. Or we can spin around everything around you. Attack everything around you in a wide area 3 times. Okay, so we can do a huge AoE punch. Or AoE kind of spin. We take damage. So this one just starts at 5 damage. It's kind of nice, actually. It's kind of cheap, too. So we could do that. Let's see. Steal all of our allies' mana. That's kind of tempting as well. I think we've been doing fine with just the 1 diagonal tumble. So we could make it so that we use less mana with the tumble. Since, you know, we'll have more... Instead of being able to move 2, we just move 1. Or being able to attack everything around you is kind of nice as well, so... let's go ahead and say... I like the mobility, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright. Picked up a few items here. We got the Witch's Eye, gain backflip 2, which is kind of nice. And we got Lucky Toe too. That's pretty good. Do we want to give someone Lucky Toe? Let's see here. Well, you have 100% crit, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Magic Seed here. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Furry Dice. And you still have to level up, so... Yeah, we'll just keep that off for now. In fact, we could give this to you, but nah, we'll keep that as a backup for now. So, alright, let's go ahead and continue and get to our shop here. We got Twine Armor, Grapple someone, Springboard, or let's go with the Rare Candy here. Alright, so we got Jump to a tile to Immobilize, it's upgraded. Barf Ball, range settings equal to half, spell cost less. Play dead or chew. I think this will be great for him. Having a ranged attack is lovely. That's based off of his constitution is good. Alright, we're gonna go our hard route here. Alright. We got some spiders and some big boys over here, so... Alright. See if we can go ahead and take care of our spiders a little quickly here. I can in fact move into range. We'll say spin. We did miss on that attack. 5 in your movement. When are you going? You're going there. Our tank can come in and take care of you, I believe. Yeah, so... do we want to borrow mana and kind of get into range here? You know what? Let's borrow mana. We will tumble up to here. Oh, I did not see that. That's a shame. Break free. And reload. Could tumble one more time. Yeah, let's do that. Do that, and then we'll stun you and end our turn. There you go. Yeah, you can get into range here, which is nice. Go ahead and boop you. And yeah, we might as well just smack this corpse. There we go. Okay. Alright, what to do with this Tom here? We'll go ahead and burst you down. And we could move forward and try to just combat him, but I think, yeah, we'll kind of create a buffer here for him. Like so. And we'll end our turn. Okay. We could magnify. Don't really need to do that, though. Go ahead and say go to here. We'll burst you down like so, and magic missile you. Alright. End our turn. I took a little bit of attack there, but that's okay. Let's tumble to here. Borrow some mana from you. We will spin attack. And yeah, we'll end our turn with him. We'll go ahead and do the here. We'll go here to block, and we'll end our turn. Alright, so we have you. Go to here. We'll say melee attack. He missed because of the fog. Lovely. We'll do a little bit of a prayer here. Wow, more missing because of the fog. I think that's a 10% chance. Energy blast you. Wow. What are the odds of that? Okay. We'll magic missile and end our turn. Owie. That was just a bit unfortunate, but that happens. And there we go. Okay. 3 turns. Not bad, but got some money and some food here, and we gotta level up. Okay. A high damage spell. We can upgrade that. +2 range in one area. I kind of like Magnify Plus. I cannot lie on that. This is just deals a single target bit. The extra damage equal to your... Oh. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of damage there. I don't think we're going to get another level up with him. And do we want to do this? Or do we want more +2 range in one area? That's good for future. So let's just go ahead and do that in case we do some breeding with you. So, okay, let's continue. Bulletproof vest. I've been seeing a lot of items on this run that I have not seen before from my other playthroughs. Alright, so injury immunity, but you can get less range, or... it's okay. Okay, let's continue here. But you can't stop the bleeding. Oh. Don't you just love bleed? Alright, I'll start... Oh, this guy. Brain Drain. Will counter a spell once per turn. If it starts the turn with a counter spell still available, it absorbs it for a buff. Ooh. Does that mean he's going to absorb my tumble here? Well, we could bait the tumble. Let's do that. Oh, didn't actually activate it. Okay. Can I borrow mana, please? Who do we want to borrow it from? Do it from our tank. Do that. We'll smack you. Could tumble to here and then do a little bit of attacking there. And we can't do any more, so we'll just destroy a body. Why not? And end our turn. Oh, I did not see the big guy here. Nothing of importance, but okay. We'll move forward. Like so. We'll push attack up to here and end our turn. So this guy is going to be a little bit of an issue, because if I burst, he's just going to counter it. So we might as well just burst down this guy before he... Oh, he counters all abilities. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of sucks. Ow. Well, in that case... What's that? Just energy... How many times can you counter? Frick you. And end our turn. Okay, yeah, we are definitely moving up into range to take care of you, buddy. Like so. Let's borrow mana from our tank again here. We'll go ahead and say... We don't have another attack, unfortunately. I can't really get into a position where I can... Well, we can, actually. Do that. We'll get to here, and we'll Rage Punch. Right. Not enough damage. Let's see here. I want to take care of you or you? You're going to be more of an issue here. And end our turn. Oh, that's actually kind of nice that happened. Go ahead and move behind you. Actually, no, we'll keep you here. Do that. We'll prayer here. And end our turn. I could have prayed and then crit, but that's fine. We'll energy blast you. We'll hit you with a basic attack, and we'll magnify for our team. Go ahead and just move up to here. I think he's the last guy. Yep. Go ahead and smack and end our turn. And there we go. Alrighty. What's going on there? I'm taking a look at time. We're already at an hour and a half, which is kind of crazy here. Oh wow. Having a zero cost burst? Yes please. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some money here from the money bag. Okay. Move along here. Let's see. Dewey whispering. Let's find another way. I don't want to... I think if I recall, we might lose a chance to lose a cat here if we do that. So let's see here. Large withering pile of maggots blocks the way forward. What should Jin do? Let's kiss it. Hey, so we got some companions here. Lovely. Go ahead and get another furniture box here, which is nice. Alright, so yeah, got money bag that. Is there anything we want to switch out for the boss battle here? I don't think so. Although I don't think... Well, we could have a chance to level up, but at this point it's just going to be stats, so... We'll go ahead and say, let's give you... Really attacking from behind... We do Lucky Toe for a chance for a higher crit chance. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Anything else we want to do here? Nah. Okay. Go ahead and go to the boss here, which might be the spider. Yeah. Oh, it's the one little baby spider. Okay. We got our little baby spider here. I could move up a little bit. We'll just go ahead and go up to here. We will smack. Have him spawn on us. Surprise, surprise. We'll go ahead and say spin. We'll do another attack on you. And we'll go ahead and just stun you as well, just to delay you here. We want to borrow mana. We don't have... We won't be able to use spin anymore, so we'll say no. Alright, let's go ahead and move up to here. We will use a barf ball here. Like so, and we'll go ahead and smack up here. Make him kill some of the babies. And we'll also do another smack as well. Why not? End our turn. And we'll do a little bit of a burst attack on you. And we will... Whoa, do we want to move forward here? Yeah, might as well move forward. Anyone need heals? Nah. Okay, go ahead and heal. Alright, I forgot we had some charmed dudes here. We could do a little bit of a prayer here so we can get some more shield. Might as well do it again. And end our turn. A little annoying, but that's fine. We'll do a magnify. And we will do a... We could do a second magnify. Yeah, let's do 2 magnifies, so that way we can do AoE 80 damage on all 4 squares here. As well as... There's no spiders around, so go ahead and just do that. And there we go. Alright, so we have 2 spawns here, which is fine. Unfortunately, we have to use this to break free. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, what can you do here? Let's see here. We go to here, and I did not see the spiderweb because of the AI, or UI here. Okay. Well, that was kind of a wasted turn, but do we want to borrow mana from someone? Let's borrow it from Jen here. And we can say... yeah, I don't really want to do damage to my tank here, so we can at least take care of this guy and our turn. Do we want to magnify here? Yeah, let's try magnifying. See what happens with the magnify here. Go to here, we'll say boom. We'll do another smack, and we'll end our turn. Ow! Okay, so he did go up and hide, which is unfortunate, but we'll just have to deal with it here. I will move him back to here, just in case we have little issues here. Okay. We could magic missile. In fact, let's just magnify into a magic missile here. Keep him there. Go ahead and move forward. And we'll just end our turn here. Yeah. Let's see here. Could we spin? Can't tumble because we're that. Yeah, we'll just break free. We will borrow some mana from our tank here. Oh, how many times was I webbed? Will this fix the web? No. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm just gonna be stuck here for a while. Go ahead and move. In fact, we can knock you to break you free. And we'll move forward and just end our turn. There you are. Okay. So, yeah, unfortunately, just these webs are not the most fun to deal with here. But we'll move forward. Just do that. That's fine. Okay. We can use our energy blast here. I think that'll be better use of our mana here. And we will do that to you. And let's kind of move you out of the way if possible. Like so. And end our turn. Ow. Alright, good energy blast. 10 damage versus potential crits on multiple attacks here. I can move now, which is lovely. Don't want to attack him from behind because he will enrage, so... Go ahead and say spin attack. We'll do a melee attack. We'll go and get more mana from you, buddy. There we go, got some good crits in. Alright, and yeah, we're up to 17 attack now, which is lovely. We'll break free, and we'll little slugger him away into the rock, and end our turn. Yeah, lots of webs, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and just do that. Get you out of the way. Try to break free, and end our turn. Owie, these spiders. I think I just want to kind of do a raw damage here. What is the range on that? You'll start getting into range of him, which is okay. We will magnify and do a little bit of a bramble attack here. There we go. And end our turn. Unfortunately, he did go back up. Again, another kind of wasted turn here, but you know, what can you do here? I could start getting mana, just kind of like storing it up. Let's also just spread out a little bit, and we'll end our turn. Do I need to go ahead and just destroy that and end turn? Okay. Like I said, this is a little bit of an annoying fight, but not much I can do about that. Prayer up. Let's get some heals going. End turn. We can go ahead and say, let's move up to here. We'll energy blast you. You'll spawn in onto some brambles. We'll go ahead and get you down to 1, and we'll end our turn with an absorb here. Ouch. Alright, can I get into range of you here? I can, and I will. Alright, we'll go ahead and do smack there. I think you'll be fine to take damage, but just in case, we'll rage punch. And just keep rage punching. Get more and more mana from you. You know what? Tank can take it. There we go. Alrighty. Again, we don't want to attack him from behind because he will enrage. I am off by 1, unfortunately. We'll move. Oh, I can't move to there. Oh, I can't move to here, though, which is fine. And we'll heal 1 HP and end our turn. 10 health left, but no... Yeah, this really sucks, to be honest. Alright, let's get some heals going here. That will unfortunately heal you, so we'll do that. And we'll end our turn. Gosh, yeah, this is just a huge delay, which is unfortunate. We'll just kind of stay central up here and end our turn. Can we use this to attack? Can. We'll magnify so that everyone has the magnify ability. Yeah, it's just a huge delayed fight, unfortunately. We'll do a Barf Ball Plus at you. And miss, I guess. Okay. Do that and end our turn. Man, this fog has been very unlucky on the fog. We'll magnify so we can... I keep thinking it's like it gives me AoE, but that's okay. And he killed himself. Lovely. Okay, magic missile to you. Or actually, go ahead and try to get into range. Magnify. Does that work? No, it does not. Okay. That's fine. We'll bramble you. And we will heal up just in case. And he ran. Okay. Honestly, not the best combat, but at least we survived. Alright, and then the last level up of this run is when you're down for the first time, take no injuries and revive with half HP. Kinda nice, but I'm kinda liking the abilities that you have here. We could upgrade you guys here. When you heal another max, you gain 2. That's not bad. Critical hit chance, plus 5 mana region, and all. Wow. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Alright, so we got that here. Fighters can now learn these new abilities, which is lovely. Alright, we'll go here. Do we want to bite this? Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, we got 20 food. Nice, I think we were capped. We weren't capped, but we were going to hit the cap when we return. A few items here, like so. And let's head on home. So there was a successful run. A bit of a long one, unfortunately, but yeah, that's the thing with this kind of game here, is it's just going to be very long runs. I'll keep an eye on and see if this is something that people want to keep watching. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I'll take care of this stuff when I get back, when I'm in between episodes here. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I know this was a long one, and unfortunately, like I said, these are going to be a bit of a longer video, but if you stayed for this long, then I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye now.